Welcome back, students, in the first video from microeconomics. As you all know that in class 11th we have to study two parts of economics. One is microeconomics, another is statistics. We have already covered some portions from statistics. Now we are going to introduce today ourselves with the concept of microeconomics. Already I have introduced the definitions of economics, why it is important to study economics and how it is distributed. But for your reference, we have to introduce economics as a subject, why we should study economics as a subject. All these questions need to be answered in a more productive ways. As you know that every field of study has its own language and its own way of thinking. For example, mathematics talks about calculations, specifically if you are talking about algebra, geometry, etc. Science deals with experiment. Accounts deals with the profit and loss, and so on. In the same way, what economics deals about? Economics is a subject which is applicable in all streams, all walks of our life. Economics is based on the basic concept of cause and effect. If something is there, it will have some effect on others. And what we need to study in economics is how to manage our scarce, means limited resources in such a manner that it can be used again and again for fulfilling all our basic needs. So before going to proceed further, let us introduce ourselves with the concept of economy. What do you mean by economy? Economy and economics are two different concepts. Remember, an economy is a system which provides people the means of work and earn a living. And when we study how to manage all these resources in a more and productive manner, that becomes economics. The subject which deals with study of economics can be simplified to a single word, that is scarcity. So let's start learning economics. What are the things that we are going to cover under this? Meaning of various important concepts, like what do you mean by goods, services, individual resources. Meaning of economics, meaning of economy. What are the different types of economy, organization of economic activities, economic problem, why an economic problem arises, what are the reasons why there is problem in the economy, what are the different type of central problem of economy, production possibility frontier or production possibility curve was there in the syllabus and will be there in the syllabus for class 11th, but for this year it has been deleted from CBSE. Production possibility frontier or production possibility curve. I'll give you a basic concept. I'll just explain the very simple concept or understanding regarding PPC. Then we will understand different type of economics, that is positive and normatives, from which various questions has already been asked in different examinations held in the past, and then we will end up this introduction chapter by differentiating microeconomics and macroeconomics. Before going to proceed further, we have to understand various key concepts. What do you mean by goods? Normally we say that we purchase goods and services for fulfilling our basic needs. So what do you mean by goods? It means physical, tangible object used to satisfy people's want and needs. Again, services. It means the intangible satisfaction of wants and needs. Intangible satisfaction of wants and needs are called services, which cannot be physically felt by a particular person. We cannot see the services when it is done. We can only observe, right? So again, when we talk about individuals, what do you mean by individuals? Individual, it means an individual decision making units. It can be a person or a group, like a household. Household means we all belongs to household, a firm, etc. Another term, resource. It means those goods and services which are used to produce other goods and services, for example land, labor, tools and machinery, etc. Now let us understand the meaning of economics. Economics is concerned with the study of economic problem that arise because of human wants are unlimited and resources are limited to satisfy our basic needs. So we are getting what? Economic is concerned with the study of economic problem that arise because human wants are unlimited and resources to satisfy those wants are limited or scarce, and these scarce resources have alternative uses. This is R. Alternative uses. Now economics focuses on the rational management of scarce resources, means management of scarce resources in very intellectual manner by using all our wisdoms, resources in order to maximize economic welfare. Hence economics is about making choices in the backdrop of scarcity. So economics, human wants are unlimited human wants, limited resources, and every resources has got alternate uses. Now what is economics all about? It is making choices in the backdrop of scarcity. So this is what economics is all about. In all walks of our life, when we used to manage the scarce resources in a more better manner, that is what economic deals with. A system in which people gets a living to satisfy their wants through the process of production. There are three processes that we follow through the process of production: consumption, investment and exchange. It has four components: production, consumption. Productions, let us understand first with production, consumption, investment and exchange. These are the four components. So what is production? It is defined as creation of utility. If something is being added to the raw materials, when it's converted into final product, then it becomes what? It is termed as we have provided some utility, usability to that particular product, right? To that particular raw material. So production is what? It is defined as creation of utility. It is the process in which inputs are transformed to goods and services. Second, consumption. It is a process by which a goods or services is completely used up. Means consumption is a process of consuming goods, right? So consumption is a process by which a good or a service is completely used up. Third one is investment. Part of production which is committed for earning future income. When we talk about investment, it is the part of productions which is committed for earning future income. And exchange, it means the process by which ownership is transferred from seller to buyer. When we purchase any kind of product, what kind of activity we perform? We exchange, right? We are paying money and we are getting goods or services. So exchange, it means the process by which ownership is transferred from seller to buyer for a consideration. This is important. Okay. Now, types of organization of economy. Basically, there are different type of structures that a particular economy of a particular country follows. We will discuss more about these type of organization of economy in class 12th. But for your understanding, let us understand in all these organizations of economy in very brief manner. Market economy, capitalist economy, or free economy. All the names are given to one type of economy where all the decisions regarding productions, consumptions, and exchange of goods and services are made through market. Means all decisions of productions, consumption, and exchange will be decided by the market itself. That is, force of demand and supply intersect and decides the price and quantity. Second type of economy is centrally planned economy. That is, it is also known as socialist and controlled economy. All important decisions regarding productions, exchange, and consumptions of goods and services are made by government. Means government totally intervene in this type of system. Government makes plans, government decides what type of goods and services will be produced. Okay, so in a centrally planned economy or socialist or controlled economy, all important decisions regarding productions, exchange, and consumption of goods and services are made by government. Third one, mixed economy. It has got a flavor of market economy also or centrally planned economy also. An economy in which some important decisions are taken by government and the economic activities are conducted through the market. This is the type of economy which is known as mixed economy. In India, we follow mixed economy. Now, we have already discussed what is economic problem and how it emerges. We have already defined that why there is a problem in the economy. Economic problems means problem of choice arising out due to limited resources having alternate uses. So main cause of economic problem everywhere, anywhere is what? Human wants are unlimited, resources are limited. Human wants are unlimited. We want unlimited things, but we are having limited resources which has got alternate uses. The same product can be used differently by different people. When we purchase milk from the market, we used to make tea out of it, we directly consume it, we can make different kind of product at home. At the same time, when this milk will be purchased by grocers, they may procure it for selling purposes, and at the same time when sweet shop will use milk, or when they will purchase milk, they will use it for different purposes. So human wants are unlimited, resources are limited, and all resources have alternative uses also. So out of these problems, there are three types of problems that will arise in the economy. That is, the main problem that economy faces are of three types. What are they? What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. And fourth one nowadays we are discussing, that is growth of resources and sustainable development. Whether the process of productions that we continue or that we are doing today will serve the purpose of our future generations or not, that will be discussed under sustainable development. So let us start understanding the concept what to produce. The producers are confused and they are not able to decide what really they will produce so that it will be demanded by the marketplace. So it may be luxury goods. When they are going to produce luxury goods, they cannot go for producing inferior goods, capital goods, which will create capital, which will create assets, or at the same time they should produce goods for consumers. Consumer goods, like there are different type of consumer goods. We can have like grains, TB, washing machine, etc., ACs. All these are consumer products. How are these goods going to be produced, and what are the different type of techniques we are going to use during the process of productions? And third one, for whom we are going to produce. If we are going to produce luxury goods, our target customers are limited. We cannot sell luxury goods to a beggar, right? So very important, for whom to produce. Whether I should produce it for the people who are rich or poor. Distribution of incomes among all the factors of production. And fourth one, that is growth of resources and sustainable development. Economic development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs, that comes under sustainable development. So this is the problem that these are the problems that economy faces, and all these problems need to be understand by the economy, and at the same time they should provide solutions, and they should tackle the problems related with the central problems of economy, so that their efforts may be productive or profitable for future of their country as well as for their enterprise. Now let us understand the first problem, what to produce. What are the different aspects that will be included in what to produce? What possible commodities to produce? What are the different types of product that we are going to produce? An economy has to decide which consumer goods, rice, wheat, clothes, etc., or which of the capital goods like machinery, equipments, etc., are to be produced. So this will be discussed under what to produce. When you will be asked to elaborate the concept what to produce, you have to write these 2 points. An economy has to decide which consumer good, rice, wheat, clothes, etc., and which of the capital goods are to be produced. And second aspect of what to produce is how much to produce. Means what quantity of goods to be produced. so that there will be no problem and they will also make profit out of it. So it involves a decision regarding the quantity to be produced of consumers or and capital goods. Civil and war goods. We cannot just concentrate on producing war goods only, war weapons, and at the same time we have to focus on civil. We have to protect our interest also, but at countries' interest also in both terms, in terms of security, in terms of social security. Means all different type of product must be available. Okay. Now second problem of a central problem of economy is how to produce. This problem refers to selection of techniques to be used for the productions of goods and services. Techniques are classified as first labor intensive techniques, that is under labor intensive techniques, if we are adopting this type of techniques, we will focus on employment of more labor, less capital. And when we go for capital intensive techniques, in this type of techniques we have to go for more capital, more investment, more machinery, less labor. Okay. Now third central problem of economy is for whom to produce. This is very important and that need to be addressed by using all our wisdoms and should be treated with rational thinking. This problem related to the distribution of produced goods and services among the individuals within the economy, that is selection of the category of people who will ultimately consume the goods, that is whether to produce goods for more poor and less rich or more rich or less poor. So the problem can be categorized as personal distribution and functional distribution. Under personal distribution, it means how national income of an economy is distributed among different groups of people. Means how the income of a country is distributed among the different groups of people, rich, poor, etc. Second, functional distribution. It involves deciding the share of different factors of productions in the total national product of the country. It involves deciding the share of different factors of productions in the total national product of the country. That is functional distribution. So this is all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.